Well, good morning, everyone. Just hold on here. I'll start the session within 5 minutes. I'll start the session within 5 minutes. Please hold on. Well, very good morning, everyone. Well, today we'll do some pattern printing examples here. Today we'll just perform some pattern printing examples. Now, what are those pattern printing examples? So, what are these pattern printings? So, let's try to understand about this. What are these pattern printings? I want to get the output. I wanted to get the output in different patterns like this. How exactly is it means? Yeah. What's the output? Are you clear with this? This is the output I'm expecting. When I enter a number, it has to print me the output like this. Okay, there are some pattern printings. Are you people there? Okay, this is the first one what I'm expecting. So when I run this, it has to ask me enter a number. And whatever number I enter, it has to print me the output like this. This is the output what I'm expecting. I posted you all the yesterday's programs also in the night. Everything is posted in the Google Classroom. Have you checked out? I posted all the things. I'm just going to add a new class here. I'll call it as pattern1.cs. Pattern1.cs. It's in the Google Classroom. Uh, yeah, this is the Google Classroom ID. Copy it. If anyone has missed up yesterday, this is the Google Classroom ID. Open classrooms.google.com. In that, log in with your Gmail ID. Log in with your Gmail ID, and you can join in the class. The complete source code will be present there. The complete source code will be present there. Vishwar Engine, copy this. If anyone has messed up the class also, yesterday's class video is already posted in the YouTube. You can just visit naresh.it/YouTube/naresh.it, and in the YouTube/naresh.it, you have all the videos posted. Disabled participants, sir. Who are disabled? Are you able to not see my screen? That's a Google Classroom ID, Anjali. That is a Google Classroom ID. Yeah, that's a Google Classroom ID. You have that classrooms.google.com, classroom.google.com. In classroom.google.com, I have posted all the source code. You can copy the source code from there. Okay, and this is the Google Classroom ID. And join in that, all the source code you can get from there. And also I raised a task yesterday. I gave in the Google Classroom only, I just given a task also. Reverse a string without using any built-in functions. All of you write the program and share your code there. Classroom.google.com. Open classroom.google.com, log in with your mail ID. Once you log in with your mail ID, it will ask you to create a classroom or join a classroom. Just select join and enter this ID. You will join into the classroom. Okay, fine. I want to write a program here called pattern one. Yeah, you can install that app also. But if you have a desktop, if your desktop, log in and access it. Yeah. So the first example what I'm showing is I want to print a pattern like this. From the user, enter a number. From the user, enter a number. And automatically when the user enters a number, it has to print me like this. Is it clear? Come on, come into the class. Are you clear what I'm just showing you? This is what I'm just showing you. This is how the output has to be printed. Console.write, enter a number. Int number is equals to int.parse console.write. Taking the input from the user. Taking the input from the user. Okay. I'm running console.clear. Actually, for you to example, I taken a screenshot like this. But once you enter the number, I don't want to see this message. I want to see my output, that's all. For you to understand, I taken a screenshot like this here. Okay, once you enter the number, it has to clear off and now it has to show me the output. So I said console.clear. I'm writing a for loop. For int I is equals to 1. I is equals to 1. I less than or equal to none. I less than or equal to none. And I plus plus. Suppose you are entering 6 there. Suppose you entered 6 in the num. Okay. Loop runs from 1 to 6. Loops runs from 1 to 6. It runs from 1 to 6. Okay. Now tell me, in the first line you want to print the output 1 time or 6 times? 1 time. Second line 2 times. Third line 3 times. Fourth line 4 times. Fifth line 5 times. Sixth line 6 times. Okay. Watch this code. For int j is equals to 1. J is equals to 1. J less than or equal to 1. J plus plus. In inner loop I'm using console.write I and console.write. Can you understand the code? See, the inner loop is running. How many outer loop runs for 6 times here? But when you come to inner loop, the inner loop will not run for 6 times. When I is 0, sorry, when I is 1, inner loop will run only for 1 time. When I is 2, inner loop will run for 2 times. When I is 3, inner loop will run for 3 times. When I is 4, inner loop will run for 4 times. When I is 5, inner loop runs for 5 times. And oh, sorry, not 1. I'm sorry, 5. When I is 6, inner loop runs for 6 times. Did you understand me? Enter a number. I'm entering 8. See that? Whatever you enter, it will get you. So I want to print stars there. I want to print star there. Whatever you want to print, you print here. Okay, you want to print star there, just write star. What you write, that will come here. If I write J here, are you clear? With the I here, the output will be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6 like this. If I enter J here, it will print you 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So what you want, you can just print it. Okay. So this is my first example on the pattern printing. Second, this is what I want. Something similar to it, but in a reverse order. Clear? This is what I want. Here also, if you want star, you can print star. No issues. Pattern 2. Pattern 2. Again, console.write static void main console.write enter a number int number is equals to int dot parse console dot reply. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now you watch it. It has to start from 1 or 8. It has to start from 8, not from 1. So because it has to start from 8 here, okay, just watch. While I, let me declare one variable, int I is equals to number. And is a decreasing loop. This is a decreasing loop. I greater than or equal to 1. If I greater than or equal to 1. Means what? If the value of I is greater than 1, means 8 to 1, until 1 it will execute. It's a decreasing loop. From 8 to 1 it is going to execute. From 8 to 1 it is going to execute. Are you clear? Okay. Now, you want to start the pattern from 1 or 8. You want to start the pattern from 1 or 8. You want to start the pattern from 8. Because you want to start from pattern from 8, int j is equals to a number. For j also, I am using the same number. For j also, I am using the same number. Int j is equals to number. While j greater than or equal to 1. Okay? Console.write line, console.write. Write what? J. And j minus minus. J minus minus. Okay? Next. Console.write line. I minus minus. Did you understand the logic? Say, remember, I starts with 8 now. I starts with 8. Okay? Is 8 greater than 1? Come on. I starts with 8. Is 8 greater than 1 or not? Yes, 8 is greater than 1. If 8 is greater than 1, comes inside. And for j also, the same value is assigned. So I'm assuming like number is 8. I'm assuming number is 8. So the 8 is assigned to I now. And 8 is greater than 1, comes inside. 8 is assigned to j now. 8 is assigned to j now. Enters into the loop now. Now tell me, is 8 greater than or equal to 1? Comes inside and prints you 8. And prints you 8. What is printed first? 8 is printed. Okay, after printing 8, j minus minus. After printing 8, j minus minus. Are you clear? So when I say j minus minus, j becomes? J becomes 7. Yeah. Hold on a minute, please. Just a minute, please. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's add a breakpoint here. First, let us run this and watch the output. I've written somewhere wrong. Yeah. So let me explain. Yeah. What is that? What did you give here? 8. 8 is the value. Now 8 is assigned to I now. So what is the I value? 8. 8 greater than 1. Condition true. Comes inside. J is also assigned with 8 now. J is also assigned with 8 now. So I is 8 and J is also 8. All are 8 now. Okay. Now see. While J greater than or equal to I, J greater than or equal to I. Now tell me, J greater than or equal to I. When I say J greater than or equal to I, what is the I value now? I value 8 now. Now see, J greater than or equal to 8 now. When I say J greater than or equal to 8 now, condition true. 8 greater than or equal to 8. Condition true. Comes inside and prints you 8. And prints you 8 now. What is printed? 8 is printed. What's the output? 8 is printed. Now, J minus minus. J minus minus means 7. Okay? 7. Now, again it will check the loop now. Now tell me, is a 7 greater than or equal to 8? I is 8, remember that. 7 is greater than or equal to 8? No, 7 is not greater than or equal to 8. So, while loop failed there, comes out, prints a line break, comes to next line, and I minus minus. I becomes minus minus. Okay? Now again, watch it. I greater than or equal to 7. Sorry, I greater than or equal to 1. What is the I value now? I value is earlier 7, 8. Now it is 7. Okay, now I value is 7. Again, what is J value? J value is always 8 only, remember. J always starts with 8 now. Okay, now tell me, is 8 greater than or equal to 1? Yes, prints 8. Prints 8 now. And J becomes 7. Again, 7 greater than or equal to 7? Prints 7. J minus minus. What is J minus minus? 6. Is 6 greater than or equal to 7? Condition failed. That's why second line printed what? 8 and 7. Second line printed 8 and 7. Now what will third line print? 876. Fourth line 8765. So this is how it prints. Debug. Come on, place a breakpoint. Who did not understand the code, just watch it. Place a breakpoint. Watch. I'm entering 8. Okay, 8 is taken over here. Now watch. Int I is equals to number. Int I is equals to number. I is equals to number. While I greater than 1, yes, 8 is greater than or equal to 1, comes inside. J is equals to number. 8 is assigned to J. 8 is assigned to J. J greater than or equal to I? Yes. Comes, prints J value. Prints the J value. Watch it. 8 is printed. Okay. Now again J minus minus. J minus minus means J becomes 7. But I is 8. I is 8. And J greater than or equal to 8, condition failed. Because the condition failed, it will come out of the loop, prints a line break, and I becomes minus minus, and I becomes 7. I becomes 7. Okay, again J starts with 8. Again J starts with 8. J is greater than or equal to I. Executing it. 2 times now it will run. Now it will run 2 times because J, understand, J is 8 now, I is 7. So loop runs for 2 times. Next time, J becomes, next time J becomes, yeah, next time also J is 8 only. Next time J becomes, I becomes, see now, second line printed. Second line printed. Okay, watch again. I is 6 now. I became 6. Put your mouse there, it will show you I is 6. But J is 8 only. Because J is 8. 3 times the while loop will run. Watch it. While loop will run for 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Printed you 3. Coming out. Again. I becomes 5. If I becomes 5, again J is 8 only. Now inner loop runs for, inner loop runs for 4 times. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes out. Comes out. Now you can I write this code by using a for loop? Can I write this code by using a for loop? Come on, type and show me. Type and show me. How do you write this in a for loop? Now all I want. Type this code in a for loop. This code. I is equals to 8. Why 8 here? 8 is fixed. You are taking I 8. Yeah, Krishna, right. For I is equals to int I is equals to, not I, int I is equals to, int I is equals to number. Next, I greater than or equal to 1. I minus minus. Okay, next. For int j equals to number. Okay. J greater than or equal to I. J greater than or equal to I. J minus minus. J minus minus. Okay. Next. Next, tell me the inside code. Console.write J and console.write line. Console.write. Okay. Now tell me, inner for loop contains how many statements in it? Inner for loop contains how many statements in it? One statement. Do I need the curly braces? Do I need the curly braces? Copy. Paste. In previous example also, inner for loop doesn't require a basis. Okay, now also this going to be so. So run this. Okay, if I write star here, that clear? Okay, whatever it is, you write whatever you want to put in. If I write I there, if I write I there, you got it. Then just the reverse to the previous program. Yeah, this code is reverse to the previous program. Am I right or not? This code is the reverse to the previous program. How did you write the previous? This is the reverse code. That's all. Okay, fine. Next. This is what I want. Are you clear with the output? If I say print 7 rows, it has to print me 7 rows like this, increasing. If I ask to print 4 rows, it has to stop with 10. It has to print 5 rows. It has to stop with 15. 6 rows, stop with 21. 7 rows, 28. 8 rows. 8 rows. Tell me, yaar, with 8 rows, 36. 9 rows, 45. Okay? It's nothing but permutation and combinations. Yeah, we learned in our mathematics classes. 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That's it. That's all. This is the output I want. Okay? So this is the pattern what I'm expecting. This is the output what I'm expecting. Let's try. Pattern 3. Console dot write line, enter. Enter what? Number of rows. Enter number of rows. Number of rows. Okay, next. Int rows is equals to int dot parse console dot read. Now answer my question. This 1, 2, 3, 4, what I'm printing here, is it associated with any loop? Is it associated with any loop variable? Can I use a loop variable here? What I'm asking is, see, you're printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is irrespective of the rows and columns. Do you agree with me? This number is irrespective of the rows and columns. Do you agree with me or not? That is nowhere related with rows and columns. Because that is nowhere related with rows and columns, because it is nowhere related with rows and columns, just a minute. Now also, after taking the input, I will say console.clear. Because nowhere related, I am declaring one variable. It is always increasing, that is nowhere related with this. I am declaring one variable with a value 1. I am declaring a variable with a value 1. Anything your choice. Okay. And now int for int I is equals to 1, I less than or equal to rows I plus plus. I am writing a for loop, and the for loop runs for how many times? The for loop runs for the number of times you just want. I'm sorry. The for loop runs for how many times? The for loop is going to run for the number of times you enter. The user enters 5 times or 6 times or 7 times. It has to. Okay. Next. For int j equals to 1, j less than or equal to I and j plus plus. J plus plus. Okay. What should I print? What should I do now? X plus plus. Perfect. X plus plus. Next, console.writeLine. Yes. Array, this program is exactly same as the first program. Yeah. In the first program, you printed I value or the J value, and now you've taken a separate variable and printing it. That's all. Did you understand me or not? Is exactly same as the first program only, no difference at all. Exactly same as the first program. In the first program, you printed J value. Now you are printing a separate variable. That's all. There's nothing special in this code. I did not show you anything newly. Yes, the same first program only. I have just written it in this. Area where it changed? Variable change? You are talking about the difference. I missed the read line statement here. Console one. Is that clear? Okay. Now watch it. Actually, we are writing in a separate statement now. We are writing in a separate statement now. Without writing separate statement, can I print it like this? Can I try like this? Can I write like this? Are you people clear? Why you done this? Array, well, you can write in a single statement. Why you want separately? So I can remove my curly braces also. The code is decreased off. Let's see the output. Array starting from 0 now, see? Why here? Earlier when I started 1, it started from 2. Now you are getting, if I given 0, but now it is just starting with 0 now. Can you tell me why is it starting from 0? Perfect. First printed, afterwards incremented. First printed, afterwards incremental. But in the earlier case, you written two separate statements. When you written two separate statements, when you write two separate statements, what will happen? First it will increment, afterwards print. But here what is happening? First printed, afterwards incremented. So now can I just start this with 1 now? Anyone has any confusions on the logic? Anyone has any confusion on the logic? This is same as the first program only. This is same as the first program only. But in the first program, we have printed J value, but here we are printing, we are not printing a J value, we are printing a new variable there. That's it. When we remove curly braces. There is only a single statement in the loop. When the loop contains only a single statement, watch this. How many statements are inside the loop? Ganesh, one. No need curly braces. More than one curly braces are required. More than one curly braces are required. One statement, curly braces not. See, this for loop contains multiple statements. This for loop contains multiple statements. That's why I used curly braces here. But this for loop contains only a single statement. You may ask me, what about this, sir? This is outer for loops. This is not inner for loop statement. This statement is belonging to outer for loop, not inner for loop. Okay? So that's what. Next is what I want. Did you understand? 1 0 1 1 0 1. This is what I'm expecting the output. Okay, so this is what the output I'm expecting over here. Fine. Here also we're asking number of rows. Yeah. Here also we're asking for the number of rows. How many rows? 6 rows. If it is 6 rows, it has to print you like this. Means when you see this, you should get the output like this. 1 0 1 0 1 0 like this. If you see from the top, it should be shown like this. Okay, we want ones and zeros now. We want ones and zeros. Yeah. So someone said same as the previous, but we are printing ones and zeros. Are you people clear? Same as the previous one, but what we are printing is ones and zeros. Understood? We take only 0 and 1, but when to print 0, when to print 1? And all the times the first one is not starting with 1. When to print 0, when to print 1? Any guess? Tell me the logic. Tell me the logic. How to write. Tell me, come on. First, I need to read the input from the user. Come on, help me. Tell the logic here. Don't tell me I do this or do that. How to write the code? That is the question. Okay. For int I is equals to 1. Perfect. I less than or equal to rows I plus plus. Done there. J is not there, no? Where you're telling J now? Where is J? Yeah? You're directly telling if J power mod 2 is equals to 1, 0. For J is equals to, I'm sorry. Into J is equals to 1. I J plus plus. Okay. If I mod 2 is equals to 0. If I mod 2 is equals to 0. If I mod 2 is equals to 0. Console dot write line 1. Okay. Ora. Else console dot write line 0. Okay. Anything else? Tell me, yaar. Tell me, Jaya. Tell me. Tell me the code then. I asked you to do. Ashok and Jaya. Kishan, Krishna. Sorry, Mamata, not Jaya. See your output. Is it what I asked? That is not what I asked. Yeah. This is what I asked. See the output. What should I write here? J. J mod 2. Wrong. What is it, J? If J mod 2 is equals to 0, console dot write 0. Okay. Wrong. Wrong. Tell me what is it? How to check? Wrong output, yeah. Now also wrong output. Anyone telling? Where is X there? Want me to declare X there? Okay. I'm declaring int X. With what value? 0 or 1. Hold on. Jay was telling something. Let's try this. What is it? If I mod 2 is equals to 0, if I mod 2 is equals to 0, J mod 2 is equals to 0, else let's see. No, did not get it. It should be 1 more. Want me to write else also here? Okay, all right. If J mod 2 equal to 0, console dot write line. Okay, according to this is 1 and this is 0. Now this is 0 and this is 1. Did not get it. Here the mistake is you are writing right line. It should be right now. No, not getting. Not getting. Limited. Someone, Ashok Kumar, you're telling take X. Ashok Kumar or Krishna? Krishna. Can you resolve it? Krishna. Krishna, are you there? Okay. X plus plus. If x mod 2 is equals to 0, console dot write 0. Next. Else let's see. Wrong, Krishna. Output see. Output is wrong. Output right or wrong? See, all of you, this is what I want. The first number 1 is, second one should start with 0. Third one 1, fourth one 0, fifth one 1, sixth one 0. The logic what you're writing is the sequential pattern 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 like this. Okay, let me teach. Come on, all of you, watch it. I'm declaring two variables here. P is equals to 0 and okay, anything. X is equals to 0 and Y is equals to 0. Okay, X is equals to 0, Y is equals to 0. Now inside of the for loop, I'm writing the code. What is the code? If I mod 2, if I mod 2 is equals to 0. If I mod 2 is equals to 0. Now tell me, first time what is I value? Tell me first time what is I value? 1. 1 mod 2, 0. 1 mod 2 is equals to 0. 1 mod 2 is equals to 0. No, it is not equal to 0. 1 mod 2 is not equal to 0. It's not equal to 0. So what am I doing, I'm writing x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 0. Say, if it is even, I'm taking 1 and 0. If it is, if it is odd, I'm taking 1 and 0. Understood? If it is odd, what I'm taking? If I is odd, I'm taking 1, 0. Okay. If I is even, I will take 0, 1. Where else part? In the else part, I'm writing x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1. Are you clear? See, if I is odd, it's 1, 0. If I is even, it is 0, 1. I did not print. First, I initialized them like that. Did you people understand? I did not print you here. I'll print and show you. Hold on. Did you understand that or not? If I is odd, it is 1, 0. If I is even, it is 0, 1. Okay? Fine. Next, coming to the inner for loop. Coming to the inner for loop. If j mod 2 is equals to 0. If j mod 2 is equals to 0, means j is order, if j is order even, j mod 2 is equals to 0 means order even. If j is even, if j is even, if j is even, if j is even, what am I doing, console.write, console.write, I'm printing the x value. I'm printing the x value. Else print x. If j is odd, print y. What's the output? We debug and see. Got it, huh? Got the expected output. Come on, let us debug. Let us debug. Place a breakpoint here. Place a breakpoint here. Run. I'm entering 4. Okay. Now tell me, what is the I value? 1. I value is 1. Condition true? It comes inside. Now tell me, x mod 2 is equals to 0. Is this condition true? No. The condition is not true. So went to else part. And in the else part, what is it storing in the xc? It is storing 0 in the x. It is storing 0 in the x. And the y it is storing 1. It is storing 0 in the x, and the y it is storing 1. Okay, 0 and 1 are the values what are stored now. What are the values? I'm sorry. 0 and 1. Here, it's a reverse here. I've written a type wrong here. 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. If I is odd, what I stored is 0 and 1. Okay, now come. J is equals to 1. J is equals to 1. J less than or equal to I. What is the I value? I value is 1. Now condition true or false? Condition true. Means this inner loop will run only for one time, no? This inner loop will run only for one time, no? Coming inside. J mod 2 is equals to 0. J mod 2 is equals to 0 means odd or even. J mod 2 is equals to 0 means odd or even. Even. But now I is 1. I is 1. Now 1 is odd number or even number? So going to the else part, and in the else part, it is printing the y value. What is the y value now? Y value is 1. Y value is 1, x value is 0. Because here already you went to the else part here already. Okay? So what is the y value? Y value is going to be 1. And that is what printed. Okay? Now again the loop runs, check the condition outside. Second row, in the second row, I becomes 2. Tell me, 2 mod 2 is 0. 2 mod 2 is 0. If 2 mod 2 is 0 now, what is x? X is 1. What is y? 0. Now tell me what are the values now? Now the values are 1 and 0. Now the values are 1 and 0. Now you got 1, 0. Come on. After that, you are going to the inner loop now. Now, J is 1. J is 1 means odd number, even number. Odd number. When to else part. And Y is printed. What is Y? What is Y? Y is 0, not odd. Y is 0. Y is 0. That's why it prints you 0 first in the second line. It prints you 0 first in the second line. Okay. Next. 2 mod 2. Yeah, condition true. Now it prints you 1. It prints you 1. See, watch there. 0. Now tell me when you come to next line, what is printed? 1. 1, 0, 1. Next line. 0, 1, 0, 1. Next line. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. That is what I have done, that's all. Okay? So debug your code here. Just if you debug, you will understand each and every value, and based on that, the execution will be taking place for you. Okay? So that's what. So put these two things in the mind. What is it? If I is odd, X is 0 and Y is 1. If I is even, X is 1 and Y is 0. Y is 0. Okay? Now, just understand. If J is even, okay? So based on this, if J is odd or even, we are just going to print the appropriate values. If J is an odd number, Y will be printed. Otherwise, X will be printed. Base means, as you people guessed, some of the people have guessed it. What is that? The inner loop calculation is based on the outer loop. The inner loop calculation is based on the outer loop. So these two values what are set here are important for you when you are executing the inner. Okay? So debug the complete code, you will just understand. Don't take 7 or 8 rows. Number of times the loop will run. Just take like 4 times. The loop will run for 4 times so that you will be easily understand. Is this clear? This is a pattern output what I got. I want this. Understood? I want this. This is what I want. Let's try this. So 2 loops here. Have you noticed it? One loop printing from up to here. Second loop again going back. Watch. Pattern 5. Again, same. Static void mean, taking the input from the list. Int number. Okay. Now, do you know printing from up to here? Do you understand printing from 1 to 7? Already we tried in the previous examples, no? Already we tried in the previous examples. Okay? Already we tried in the previous example. See here, the pattern 1 example you watch. If you watch the pattern 1 example. Mr. Sri, stop your video, yeah. Stop your video. Yeah. This is what we achieved. 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Are you clear? Up to here we completed. Basically, means I already written the code for you. That's what I'm telling you. I already written the code for you. I already written the code for you for printing. Means this is the code. This is the code. Let me copy this code and paste it in. I'm not done. I am not done. Just understand. If you run this code, console. Console clear. I'm sorry, I missed it. Now watch. I'm entering 7, printing it. Next, what should happen? Again, the reverse, it has to print me. Again, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. This is what? Are you clear? For that, again, you're required to write a for loop. Again, you're required to write a for loop. Okay? One more for loop. Watch the code. Reverse printing. Okay? For int I is equals to, where should I start? I should start from n. I should start I from n because it is a reverse. Okay, I should start from the number. Next, I greater than or equal to 0. I plus plus. It's a reverse. We are coming in the reverse order. Okay. Next, for int j equals to 1. J equals to 1 and j less than or equal to I j plus plus. Console.write j and console.write j, console.write. Somewhere we did wrong. Somewhere we did wrong. No. Here I minus minus. Here I minus minus. Are you clear? Okay. Just a minute. You're getting off. It is 2 times. You're getting at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is coming 2 times. But we don't want for 2 times here. We want it only for 1 time. Either you change here as -1. You got it. You're right. I is equals to -1. Otherwise, 2 times it will print here. Or otherwise, you can do like this also. Less than. This also will go. This will print for 6 times. This will print for 7 times. That's all. So the same thing, we just been reversing the appropriate loop. That's all. Okay. So we've just been reversing the loop. Once you reverse, it will be printing back you in the reverse order. So this is how you can just. So 5 patterns I just printed. Are you clear? Can you try this? Can you try this? This is what I want. Means don't print triangle. Print me either ones or a pyramid. Either ones or star or anything. Anything here, take either star. So 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Yeah, pyramid. Can you try this? Try. Did you post the yesterday's code in the Google Classroom? Did you post the yesterday's code in the Google Classroom? Yesterday's task. Did you post yesterday's task in the Google Classroom? Okay, I will check it out. I will check it out. I will create a. This also I will create out there. Post your code there. Post your code there. I'll create this also. This task also there. You post the code. Okay. Let's stop here. We'll meet on Monday. Yes, 9 a.m. batch is fully completed. 9 a.m. batch is completed. And if anyone wants to attend for ASP.NET, the old ASP.NET, from Wednesday 9 a.m. we are going to start the ASP.NET batch. For Wednesday 9 a.m. we are going to start an ASP.NET batch. Zoom ID I'll give you. Hold on a minute. Eh? I'll post it. Post it. ASP.NET. Double 8, 132, 4, 3, 0, 6, 6. Yeah, is plotted new batch, Zoom ID. Okay. Time is 9. Time is 9 a.m. And the date is 23rd, I think. Wednesday, 22nd. 22nd. Okay. Let's wind up here. We'll meet on Monday. Yeah, the old classes videos are in YouTube. Google Classroom link. There is no link here. You need to log in into that. Google.classrooms.com. Log in into it with your email ID and then enter the classroom ID there. Join. You'll be finding a join option. Using the join option, join into the classroom. This is the classroom ID. Logic is important. Company first check logic without logical programming. Today is the fourth lecture, Sri. 3 lectures are already completed and the videos are in the YouTube channel. YouTube/Naresh IT. The videos are present here. If you want a source code, the source code is present in classroom.google.com and that is the classroom ID. Use this classroom ID and log in. Same time. No, classroom.google.com. You have a mobile app also here. You have a mobile app also, you can download that also. Classroom.google.com. And log in with your email ID. With your Gmail ID, okay? While let's stop it. Fine. We'll meet on Monday.